The drama surrounding Manon from Katseye has sparked heated debates, endless fan wars, and countless TikTok clips breaking down every detail of the recent Netflix documentary. Today, we're diving deep into the controversy, exploring what happened and why fans are so divided over how Manon was treated by her fellow Katseye members. Right from the start, it's clear that Manon's experience with Katseye was unique. She joined the group of trainees later than most, entering an environment where bonds were already forged and routines were firmly in place. Her late arrival meant that she had to catch up quickly, trying to fit into an already established dynamic. Complicating things further, Manon soon became the center of controversy. She frequently arrived late to practice, missed several rehearsals, and even had to take some time off due to illness. These absences caused frustration among some of the other trainees. While they were working hard, dedicating their lives to making the final cut, Manon seemed to be falling behind, yet still gaining favor with fans. Her natural charisma and face card quickly won her a fan base, seemingly securing her spot even with limited practice time. Let's discuss those infamous TikTok clips. These videos capture moments where some Katseye members seem to judge or criticize Manon. Out of context, these clips make it appear like outright bullying. However, a closer look at the documentary reveals a more nuanced story. The documentary shows these moments stem from a place of frustration. The girls were in a high-pressure environment, competing for a chance to debut with stakes at an all-time high. When someone isn't fully present, whether due to illness, personal issues, or something else, it's bound to create tension. The members saw Manon's absence as a potential risk to their collective performance, threatening their chances of survival. Why did this become such a major controversy? To understand that, we need to consider the context of the show. The producers, aiming to create a captivating storyline, chose to highlight this conflict. They didn't shy away from the friction between Manon and the other members. Many fans were shocked by this because they're used to seeing polished, carefully crafted images of idols, not the raw, unfiltered reality of a survival show. Netflix, unlike typical K-pop companies, wanted a more unfiltered story. They needed drama, something that would keep viewers engaged. This decision to show every bit of tension, every disagreement, amplified the drama and gave fans an unedited look into the group's dynamics. But fans quickly took sides. Some believed the other members were unfairly harsh toward Manon, criticizing her for things out of her control, like her illness. Others felt that Manon wasn't putting in the necessary effort and that the other girls had every right to feel frustrated. And then there's the third group, who see this as just clever editing, a storyline crafted by the producers to generate drama. This divide in the fandom reached a point where accusations of bullying started to surface. Fans began dissecting every glance, every comment, every interaction, trying to find evidence to support their chosen narrative. But reality is always more complex than a series of clips could ever show. The truth is, this situation isn't black and white. Yes, there were moments of frustration, but it's important to remember that they were in a high-stress environment. Disagreements are natural under such pressure. The documentary also shows that the girls eventually sat down, aired their grievances, and moved forward. It wasn't a story of prolonged bullying. It was a story of young women trying to navigate an incredibly challenging experience. And then there's Manon's growth. As the documentary progresses, we see her becoming more aware of the gravity of her situation. She apologizes for her behavior and commits to changing her attitude. The other members also seem to have moved on, and by the end of the documentary, it appears they've reached a more positive place. Despite this resolution, the controversy lingers. Why? Because fans can't agree on who is in the wrong. Some feel that Manon was targeted unfairly, while others think she got off too easy. And then there are those who believe the entire thing was blown out of proportion by the editing team, a mere result of strategic storytelling. This situation highlights how the K-pop industry and reality TV often manipulate narratives to create compelling stories. As fans, it's important to remember that we're only seeing a fraction of the truth. Everything is edited and presented in a way that maximizes engagement. We don't know what happened behind the scenes, what conversations took place off camera, or how the girls genuinely feel about each other now. It's also worth comparing this drama to other incidents in the K-pop world. Consider the case of Yoon Ji-yoon in the I Land 2 Inches competition, who was also portrayed negatively initially, only to be given a chance to grow and end on a positive note. Ji-yoon had a clear talent. Her vocal ability was unmatched, which helped justify her place despite her early attitude issues. For Manon, her primary draw was her undeniable star power and natural allure, which some felt wasn't enough to offset her lack of training or effort. Manon, like many visuals in K-pop, was praised more for her looks than her skills. But being a visual, having that it factor is a talent of its own. A captivating presence can be just as vital to a group's success as a powerful vocalist or dancer. K-pop is about more than just the music. It's about the complete package, and Manon fits that mold. The drama has also sparked a broader conversation about how we perceive idols. There is often an unrealistic expectation that every group member must excel in all areas: singing, dancing, performance. But every group needs its stars, whether they shine through vocals, dance, or their unique charm. However, there's another layer to this drama: race. Manon is a black girl in a predominantly Korean industry, adding complexity to the controversy. Some fans argue that she's being unfairly targeted because of her race, believing that a Korean member would not have faced the same scrutiny for similar actions. This has ignited an important discussion about racism and colorism within K-pop and how international idols are treated. Others argue that this is less about race and more about favoritism. They point out that the producers seem to favor Manon from the start, giving her privileges like living outside the trainee house and personal training. To these fans, the root cause of the tension isn't racial, but stems from perceived unfair treatment. They feel the other members were justified in their frustration, believing that they worked harder while Manon had an easier path. The fan reactions have only fueled the drama. On social media platforms like TikTok and Twitter, fans have quickly taken sides, sometimes resorting to personal attacks against the members they don't support. This kind of behavior isn't new in K-pop, but it's particularly fierce here because it touches on sensitive issues of favoritism, race, and what it means to deserve a place in a K-pop group. So, where does this leave us? Should we criticize the other members for their frustration? Should we sympathize with Manon? Or should we take a step back and recognize that what we see is just a fraction of a much larger picture? Ultimately, these young women have moved on from this period of tension and are now focused on their careers. They need more support, less drama, and space to grow both as individuals and as a group. This whole controversy also raises questions about what fans expect from their idols. Do we want them to be perfect and polished at all times? Or are we ready to see them as real people, with all the flaws and challenges that come with it? The story of Manon and Katseye reminds us that idols are human too. They make mistakes, learn, and grow, just like anyone else. And perhaps the most crucial point here is understanding that not all conflicts are meant to tear people apart. Sometimes, these challenges bring people closer together. In the end, Manon and the other members of Katseye are still working together, still striving for their dreams. They've faced their challenges head-on and come out stronger, showing the world that they are more than just a moment of drama captured on film. What do you think about this entire situation? Do you believe the tension between Manon and the other members was justified? Or do you think it was exaggerated for the sake of drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this.